So first, the man who's been in the ring, inside, on the side of the ring for so many huge fights. We've got to get your take on this. David, what do you make of Dillian Whyte failing this test and the fight being canceled?
It's funny. I got a call from Derek Chisora about a week ago telling me this exact thing would happen. Derek told me a week ago that Dillian's going to fail a drug test.
What?
I thought I didn't pay much mind to it. He's telling me he's fighting AJ a week ago. Said to keep it to myself, but I think it's the news is out there now that Dillian's not the man going to be in the ring with AJ on the 12th. And Derek's been training for that fight. He's brought the same camp. He's brought the same camp in, the same team at London shoot that he had for the Usyk fight. He hasn't done that since the Usyk fight. He knows he's going to need another Usyk performance where he pushed Usyk harder than AJ pushed him in those 24 rounds that AJ shared with him in Saudi. So very, very interesting. I think there should be an announcement at some stage, but you know, I think it's a great fight. Derek always gives value for money. He's a Londoner. It's at the O2 Arena. You know, if you look at Dillian and Derek, if you look at their last fight, Derek was winning the fight up until he had that point deducted. And
what's going on, people? It's your man, the YB, back once again. Big shout out to my doggy for coming through and boosting up the coin, no doubt about it. So, we just heard there from Mr. Big Toe. Yeah, I didn't lose to Vlad, it was my big toe. Yeah? Anyway, we just heard from the guy there, 100%, no doubt about it. I mean, this is not looking good, people. And before I heard...
Unfortunately got chinned in that 11th round.
Before I heard Mr. Big Toe's comments, I was the one who said, not I'm trying to get no flowers or nothing, but I said this could be a little bit fishy-lishy. One of two things could be happening. Number one, it could be AJ don't really want to fight, and this was all planned. It's a big fake news event. Yeah, and that's what, to some extent, you can say Eddie Hearn's team are smarter than Tyson Fury's team. Because, tell a lie, maybe Team AJ have learnt the game from Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury's whole shtick has been for a while, for many years, I want to fight all the best people. 2 weeks before the fight, actually no, I can't fight them because there's no time now, must fight a bum. Yeah, that's Fury's shtick. Waffle for 6 months about who you're going to fight. 2 weeks before your fight day, it's got to be a bum now because there's no time left. Yeah, Team AJ came out and they were not somewhat pressured, but they gave an offer to Dillian. Dillian tried to demand more. They said no. Dillian came on TalkSport and said, I'll accept anything, kind of thing. I'm grabbing my ankles for you. I just want to be on right now. Put me on, coach. And Team AJ accepted. We all assumed it was in good faith. But again, I'm not the one sitting here saying. I was told 2 weeks ago that Dillian was going to pop and it's going to be me up. How would David Haye come up with that? Where's the upside there from David Haye? Now, one thing I do have to asterisk this with, David Haye let slip. I believe he is the one again training Chisora. Or managing Chisora. I don't know. That's what was implied. I'm pretty sure it was David Haye who trained Chisora for the Usyk fight. David Haye just said then, we're getting Chisora in top shape. He did better than AJ did against Usyk. So, there is an angle here potentially. I've seen quite a few weirdos sucking off this Chisora fight. It's honestly one of the worst ideas I've ever heard. Now, fair enough to David Haye. If David Haye is working for Chisora, then he can't do nothing but that, can he? But other people like Sam Jones, which again tells me this might be some sort of Matchroom deep state setup, institutional setup rigging. Why? Because they got people on the payroll. Yeah? All I need now is to hear Simon Jordan chilling this. And you know Eddie Hearn's got his checkbook out to push this weird narrative. Sam Jones, it needs to be Chisora. Said no one ever. Do you know what I mean? David Haye again, fair play. Now, I'm not sure. I think it was David Haye who was training Chisora for the Usyk fight. But if it's not, if David Haye doesn't have a direct line to Chisora's pockets, then he's either paid by Eddie Hearn or he genuinely heard this information. Either way, none of it looks good. Truth be known, let's be real here. Yeah? If David Haye isn't just being paid by Chisora, it still don't look good. Let's say for a minute David Haye is being paid by Chisora and he is working with Chisora again. We can all see why it's beneficial for him. Oh yeah, it's Chisora next. Kind of putting it out there. But he could do that without saying, Chisora told me 2 weeks ago that Dillian Whyte's failed a test and it's going to be me next. Couldn't he? So how does Eddie Hearn know 2 weeks ago and not told everyone else? I think I know why, potentially. Because it's going to be Chisora. Any more than 1 week, I mean, 1 week's bad enough, but any more than 1 week late notice, people want a half decent fight. Oh, we've only got 4 days, so it's got to be a complete washed bum. Listen, for what it's worth, I don't mind Chisora, but no. Yeah? No. That's how I feel. Chisora, no. It should be Ruiz, Hrgovic. If you're serious, if AJ was serious about a Dillian Whyte fight, it can't be Chisora. They're friends, and I don't want to hear no more I don't want to see no more friend narratives. The amount of times I've had to YB, Fury bumped your coins because, YB, it's not Fury's fault he can't punch, it's your fault because listen, wait a minute, people, yeah? When I put coin, I put about a bag. I bet a bag to make 1,500, 500 on top profit, yeah? I put a bag down on Fury to score 1 knockdown against Chisora. It was ridiculous odds. I was laughing. I was thinking, well, these muppets, these bookie muppets, I'm fixing to dig your pockets out. Yeah, we're gonna 100%. Oops. You understand? And all these goofy people tell me, YB, well, they're friends, and no, we're not doing that. Yeah. Not another one as well, because AJ, what happened is, yeah, AJ go in there. There's a built-in excuse, just like Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury didn't stop Chisora. Tyson Fury went life and death with him, and the referee jumped in when it made no sense. You know what I mean? Let's call a spade here. He didn't stop him, did he? Watch it back. Fury did not stop Chisora. He was not stopped. It was referee sympathy at most. Yeah, it's not a stoppage in my book. I'd tell you what was a stoppage. Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence. That was a referee stoppage. Yeah, he stopped him 100%. Chisora wasn't stopped. Anyway, like I said, man, listen. The same narrative everyone was spinning with Tyson Fury. Oh, it's his mate. You best believe there's a built-in narrative here for AJ to do another boring 12 rounds. With all these... Listen, man, Franklin and Chisora are similar fighters. They're both muffin tops in that respect. Short, stocky dudes who can put their hands together in a sloppy fashion for a few rounds. So AJ, I couldn't knock Chisora out, could I? Because it's Del Boy. Oh, it's my African brother. That's what the narrative will be, people. Of course I can't spark him out, because nothing to do with the fact I'm shot to bits. I mentally lost my head. It's because he's my African brother. Do you understand? Well, wait a minute. If it's your African brother, don't fight him. Yeah, don't put him on pay-per-view. Don't dig the fan pocket out for some bum fight. Just sit there and... I've never got that. Yeah, no one's... YB, such a hater. Like, aren't you a family man? Listen. Yeah? I'm all for family. I'm all for politics. I'm all for family. I am all for politics. But keep that stuff where it need to be. Yeah? This is called boxing. It's not called politicking. It's not called family manning. It's not called brothering. Do you get that, people? I'm all for... Listen, man, if AJ and Dilly and Chisora want to do a OnlyFans page and sit there chopping it up like African brothers, fair play to them. No one knocking that. But call a spade. Yeah? We're brothers, and then hence we're not fighting. That's how it used to be. If you're brothers, you don't just dig pockets for the sake of it. And the mad thing is, you've actually got people pushing this narrative like it's smart. Oh, well, YB's trying to help his mate out. Like, what? Wait a minute. Again, it's not called Samaritans, people. We're not, you know, do you know what I mean? Call it what it is. It's meant to be a pay-per-view boxing match. Yeah? If you want to do Samaritans, do that somewhere else. And call it what it is. Fake. These guys are fake virtue signalers. Oh, my name's Tyson Fury. I'm trying to help my mate out. Well, you could have helped Derek Chisora out without punching up the few brain cells he has left. You know what I mean? That make no sense. If you're that godly, yeah, just put your, listen, I think Chisora's got enough money for what it's worth, but still, I don't see how punching his last few brain cells out is really helping him in the long term, coin or no coin. Yeah, because the level of science, it don't matter how much money you got. When that Muhammad Ali started kicking in, he had all the money in the world. Oops. Do you know what I mean? It's too late then. So what's the point? If you really care about the man, there ain't no point. It's a lie, people. These guys fight bums because that's what they're fixing to do. And I don't know, maybe it's just a rumour, maybe it's just David Haye trying to fan the flames or whatever. I don't know what it is. But back to the original allegation, like I said, this is implying that it's a fix against Dillian Whyte. Yeah? If everyone knew but Dillian Whyte, because let's be real here, people, Dillian Whyte wasn't saying 2 weeks ago that the fight might be off. In fact, Dillian Whyte to this day, 48 hours ago when this news came out, said, I've just heard about this morning. So why is it, people, Dillian Whyte is just hearing about this morning or the other morning? But David Haye knows, Eddie Hearn knows, Derek Chisora knows 2 weeks ago. Oh yeah, it's going to be popped. How you know that? How you know that 2 weeks before the guy know that? Oops, I'll tell you how. Yeah, this could be a Matchroom deep state one. One of them black book ones. Yeah, Eddie Hearn picked the blower up, called through on the black book. Got Barry to call through on the black book, man. And it's bish bash bosh, people. It is bish bash bosh. Yeah, when you pick that line up, that Cabal line, they get it done. 100%. They clean it up. Yeah, I need to order some hot tests for Mr. Dillian. Yeah, and them hot tests land. That's how it goes, people. Yeah, hello, is this the Cabal? Yeah, I need to order 2 hot tests for Mr. Dillian. Click, that's it, done. Yeah, and them Cabal gophers, them reptile dons start shape-shifting and going to handle the business. No doubt, probably Dean. Dean was the one who got shifted from what I'm hearing. Yeah, some next big buff 6'6" reptile looking ass shape-shifted into Dean, got into Dillian Whyte's jerk chicken, and it's one of them ones, isn't it? Yeah, simple as that. Hey, listen, they don't call it bish bash bosh for nothing. Dillian Whyte's food got bish bash boshed by some next Eddie Hearn put on reptilian Donny. Doppelganger looking like Dean White. That's what I'm hearing anyway. Make it make sense otherwise. How it make sense? It don't make no sense, people. But listen, I've heard it all every other way. You know, is Dillian? That's what I said the other day. I said, listen, ultimately, yeah, none of us are gonna know, and that's why I make a joke out of these things. Because is Dillian juiced? Did he not know he was juiced? Is it accidental? Is he juiced out of his mind? Is it Eddie Hearn? Is it? Oh, it could even be Frank Warren and Talk Sport. Yeah, the way Simon Jordan has a hard on for everything Eddie Hearn, it could be him for what it's worth. You know what I mean? He could have put the call in as well. Yeah, he no doubt a Cabal Talk Sport go for us too. You know what I mean? He picked the phone up, get them hot tests, just so he can jump on Talk Sport on Monday and have another hard on. That's what, from what I understand, you when you get older, like these hard-ons are fleeting. Do you understand? That's even in my own life. Yeah, when you're 18, or the first time I was doing my thing, yeah, I was looking at the most generic things. I think it was just a woman in some panties or something. Do you know what I'm saying? But eventually you devolve, or at least me anyway. Nothing too suspect, but obviously everyone's consenting in that, I assume. Let me say this now. They're all above age, yeah, and they're all consenting. But still, either way you look at it, it devolves, isn't it? You need more to get on, to get yourself off. So the point I'm making, Simon Jordan at 50-year-old, he must be in some dark places. So when you're 50-year-old and you've been down some dark places to get off here, and you find something, i.e. Preston Eddie Hearn, you ain't leaving that one for a while. He's like, oh, I haven't felt like this since I was 15. And jerking off into a sock. Do you understand, people? And that's why you keep going back. So when you're fiending for that kind of high again, you'll do things like this, yeah? You'll pick the blower up and get Dillian Whyte's test hot, just so you can run on Talk Sport. I reckon Simon Jordan, people need to watch him at Talk Sport, man. I guarantee you, every time he does it, Conor Benn or Eddie Hearn or now Dillian Whyte set, I bet you any money after He scurries off to the toilet in the break, 100%. Because you can just tell, look at him, he's absolutely rock hard off it. I've never seen anything like it. You might know me. I don't use the term rock hard for nothing. Tell me the last person I say was rock hard. Simon Jordan has a proper raging lob on for Eddie Hearn Inc. He just does. It's just the facts, people. Yeah? There's very few things men become infatuated with. Yeah? Number one, it's your hard on. Let's be real here. If you were to list 5 things that you're infatuated with, it's got to be, number one's got to be your hard on, isn't it? And even if for every man, unless you're, I don't know what, unless you're one of them weird Donnies who can say that, what would they say they are? I don't know, but you know what I mean? In the main, the average man is most infatuated with his hard on. Do you understand, people? So how would he be chasing that? No doubt about it. Yeah, don't come at me talking this rubbish. You best believe it. I bet people have done a lot weirder things than get Dillian Whyte's test hot to get off before. Do you know what I'm saying? In fact, I've seen a few. I've seen a few dudes doing some weird ass things. True Geordie. Stop it, people. True Geordie, dump on my chest. Stop. Just stop. Do you see what I mean, though? Yeah? If True Geordie fixing to have a woman dump on his chest, yeah, to get off, you best believe Simon Jordan ain't got a problem picking the phone up and getting Dillian Whyte's test to go hot. Do you see that? Yeah, simple, basic stuff, people. I'll tell you what I'll be doing. Yeah, I'll be getting Dillian Whyte's juice test popped long before a chick gonna be dumping on my chest. I can tell you that for free. Not even once would that be happening. You know, but listen, each to their own, innit? Fair play to True Geordie. Yeah, True Geordie, man. If you be getting off to them freaky females, again, each their own, innit? One of them ones. Anyway, people, David Haye exposed Eddie Hearn, Anthony Lostua rigging the system against Dillian Whyte. Yeah. I also have to say, I think it's kind of suspect, on hindsight, that the evidence that what David Haye is saying is correct, that he was told 2 weeks ago, is the fact that, and I have to kind of credit, no, that's not true actually. Either way, these aren't my bars, yeah, I've heard them somewhere else, but I'm going to repeat them because they're good bars. Essentially, there's some circumstantial evidence proving that Eddie Hearn set this up to scam Dillian Whyte and give AJ an easy fight. Well, in the Conor Benn fight, when this came out, Eddie Hearn didn't come straight out and say, "Oh, the fight's off." Eddie Hearn said, "Oh, we can't cancel the fight." Oh, and Eddie Hearn at one point was saying, "We may even change licenses." Yeah. Now on this occasion, which is an as big fight, yeah, Eddie Hearn comes straight out, "Oh, we've cancelled it, it's immediately cancelled." And we got more evidence that this was the case. Dillian Whyte said yesterday, "What? I've just heard about this. I haven't had any time to explain myself. No one told me, and it's just been cancelled. Without having to, no one's given me like any looking." Why would Eddie Hearn come straight out? It's off. Yeah. I haven't told Dillian it's off though. That usually implies some foreplanning, doesn't it? I actually think Eddie Hearn's behaviour was pretty fair and prudent with Conor Benn. Yeah? You don't know the facts yet. It's all happened a bit quick. I remember Eddie Hearn saying at the time, I want to see our options. One of our options are potentially, that's what a businessman does. Yeah? Even though you may not choose any of the options, you have to step back. What are our options? A, B, C, D. We can cancel the fight. We can get this. That's what you normally do, strategically speaking. Why is Eddie Hearn just pulling the gun on this one for? I don't know, people, but if he planned to fight Chisora all along, that would be a reason why, wouldn't it? You wouldn't give Dillian Whyte any chance to respond because we were never going to fight you. Oops. And now what David Haye's saying is super convenient too. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, and let off the 100%. Know that.